Unrealistic Einstein and Dogmatic Modern Physics. Everybody knows that Einstein figured out that space curves around mass, or did he? First experiment that proved space curvature around the sun was when astronomers observed some stars during eclipse that were hidden behind the sun, right? And some stars are so massive/dense that curvature of space around them breaks black holes in space, right? Actually, all wrong. Space does not curve and black holes do not exist. Although Einstein was right in his math model. But modern scientists say that this is the reality, when it is not. Let's start with the moment when Einstein rejected absolute time. Absolute time means time flows at the same pace everywhere and always. Einstein coined time dilation term for variability of time flow. And Einstein suggested that around massive objects time slows down. For example, and it is confirmed by measurements, the difference between a second on the surface of the Earth and a second far away from the Earth is approximately 1 billionth of a second. Another Einstein's, and his predecessor Maxwell's, insight was that speed of light is constant, c equals 299,792,458 meters per second. We will see later that it is intrinsically synonymous to time dilation. Let's discuss what happens to a light beam when it goes through the areas where time speed varies. Actually, you have similar experience when observing light refraction when it goes from air into water and from water into air. In the air/water case, refraction happens because speed of light changes from about 300,000 kilometers per second in air to about 225,000 kilometers per second in water. There is Snell's law describing such refraction. Similar refraction happens when speed of time changes, but speed of light does not change. Change. Such refraction of light happens when a beam passes near the sun. That is why astronomers can observe some stars that are behind the sun. There is no actual/real bending of space around the sun. It is just an optical effect. In Einsteinian four-dimensional surrogate model of three-dimensional space and one-dimensional time, there is bending of geodesic lines. That is how he explained gravity mathematically. Now, back to the real world. Why not only light beams bend, but there is a gravitational force? Short explanation. In slower time, quantum fluctuations are slower. And quantum fluctuations go on everywhere inside atoms and particles and outside in space. In a nutshell, quantum fluctuations are time or universal clock. Like heartbeat of a processor is the time/clock for a computer, or like our pulse is our time/clock. And any atom in an area of uneven time experiences a difference in pushes from quantum fluctuations. There are more pushes from one side than from another. That is how time dilation causes gravitational force, and it is not a pull, but a push force towards areas of slower time. Read details in simple quantum explanation of gravity without mass or math. So, there is no actual bending of space, thus, there is neither broken space nor black holes in space. Read details in neither event horizon nor black holes exist. By the way, Einstein was the first who said that black holes do not exist. It is just a mathematical conundrum/blunder. Now, to why time dilation and constant speed of light are synonymous. All variability of speed of light, which is stated as 299,792,458 meters per second, is hidden inside variability of second. Actually, 299,792,458 meters per second is the definition of a local second. How long it takes for the light to cover the distance of 299,792,458 meters in this area. Hypothetical viscosity or density of space, from which Maxwell derived speed of light, was introduced in his formulas. That brings us back to time equals ether/ether for real. And check chapter 16 in Time Matters explaining, without space bending, just by Snell's refraction, how traveling 100 times c distance in 2 seconds does not violate c speed limit. First chapter from Time Matters shows how simple mistakes mistaken explanation of old universe redness plunged physics into dark ages. Let's say, 10 billion years ago you started sending letters to yourself, one letter a day. 10 billion years have passed, and now, for some reason, our day is twice shorter / faster than it used to be, and letters start coming. How many letters you'll be receiving a day? Answer, 1 letter every other day. Frequency of getting letters a day as if dropped twice. And if 14 billion years ago time was twice slower than today, then of 100 light waves sent a second, you'll be receiving 50 waves a second now, because clocks tick twice faster now. Frequency drop equals redshift. Cosmology collapsed on twice slower time 14 billion years ago. Wavelength change was incorrectly explained by Doppler effect of space expansion. PS measurements conducted on Earth, Solar System and Milky Way showed no space expansion. That even more contradicts to the modern accelerated expansion of universe. The later in time the faster space expands. There is nothing later than here and now. PPS illusions of Einstein and rotary blades curving, Q&A.